What is up, everybody? How are y'all doing today? Welcome back to another video. Yes, you know what we're doing already. That's why you clicked on the video. Let me tell you, I am a candy connoisseur, all right? I've had every single one of these candies that are on this board right now. I can tell you I remember every single one of them. We got everything from Olive Garden mints to Fireball chews or whatever the hell. I know what I've had this. This is like cinnamon. But first, before we start, like and subscribe, you bitch. I'm tired of being nice about it. Do it. I need this. You know I need this. I'm not desperate. Anyways, we'll do S for Supreme. Come in my pants. For sure, I'm going to enjoy this candy no matter what day it is. If it's cold, if it's melted, doesn't matter. I love that candy, all right? Next to perfect, I want to say, right? I'd eat it, sure, you know? Whether it's there at a party or I'm in a mood for a sweet treat. C, not enjoyable. No, right? Don't like it. Don't really want to eat it. D tier, just throw it away. It shouldn't be a candy. Shouldn't be one. Should not be one at all. Our first and foremost, Sour Heads, right? A classic. When you think Sour Head, you don't think, oh, I'm gonna enjoy this so much. It's more like, I'm going to eat this Sour Head to prove I got more hair on my balls than you. Or if there's a hot girl in the room. This might just be examples from my life. But Sour Head, maybe you're really into sour. Maybe you are. Sour Heads, not enjoyable, dislike, but they have a purpose. Now, we're going to get into a little bit of a gray area, right? There are people who enjoy chocolate, and there are people who don't enjoy chocolate. In the world, eat chocolate. 1 billion. All right. About 1 in 7 people in the world eat chocolate. That's a pretty big number. Robbie, you've seen him on a channel. He hates chocolate. He'll throw up if he eats it, which is insane because I love chocolate. I could eat only chocolate and be happy for the rest of my life. I'm going to be a little more harder on the chocolate ones just because I love them all. So Reese's Pieces, you can gobble them up. They are next to perfect. I could eat Reese's Pieces day in, day out, every day of the week. They're just so easy to consume. Like, I could easily get fat. But there are a point where it's like, it's too much, right? I can stop myself. Bubba Gubba, right? A classic. It's bubble gum. It has a cool container. You remember it. I remember it. It has a meaning to this world, right? But I never have it. A little to a few, probably in the single digits I've had it. So, like, I'd eat it, sure. It's cool, it's recognizable, but I'm not going to ever, like, really buy it. Now we got Bazooka Bubblegum. Not enjoyable. Just like, they last about 2 seconds, so. Now, Sour Patch. Sour Patches are, like, the one sour candy where it's like, hell yeah, right? I'm excited to eat this. I want something sour. It's like a hot summer day. You're at the pool. They're like, we got Sour Patch Kids or, like, cheese fries. You know, and you're broke, so you're not gonna get the cheese fries because that's like $4, but the Sour Patch Kids are only like $1. So you're like, give me the Sour Patch. So you get a Sour Patch and you enjoy that motherfucker all day, man. That shit lasts. Like, it doesn't, you don't eat it all at once. You have like 3 or 4 and they last you, or I'm chewing on them I like to, that might just be me. I suck on them before I chew them. Does anyone else do that? That might just be me. I really enjoy Sour Patch Kids. They're pretty good. I'd say they're next to perfect. Candy, when you hear candy, you hear sweet, right? I understand there are a lot of popular Mexican candies that have a lot of cinnamon or spice in them. Candy is sweet. It shouldn't be any kind of spice. It should be artificial sweetness only. And hot tamales are not that. They are nasty. They are gross. And I've had them. They suck. They fucking suck, right? They're just hot. They burn your mouth. You feel no pleasure except pain. It's like, oh, should I waste $3 on pain? Sure. Because you can't get them at a pool. You can't get them at, like, a cheap place. You know? Maybe the dollar store. Probably. But, like, if you ever get the hot tamales at the dollar store, then you gotta really look at yourself in the mirror. Take a long look, man. A long look. This one's like the lollipop that's like with the owls. Like, how many licks does it take to get to the center? Because there was chocolate in the center. So I was like, hell yeah, let's get to the chocolate. It was really good. I really liked those lollipops. I never didn't enjoy them. I never was a huge lollipop fan just because I had to suck on it. And then I get impatient. Because when I was younger, I was very impatient. I still am very impatient. And I just, it takes like 300 some licks to get to the center. 300's a lot. I just don't have the time. Yeah, sweet tarts aren't terrible. I'd eat them. Sure. I don't. We'll do like chronological order, right? So out of all these, I think I'll probably enjoy these the most. In that order. Top to bottom. I'd eat. Sure. Won't really enjoy it that much. Fun Dip. And Fun Dip's a classic, when I think Fun Dip, I think it's Valentine's Day, it's elementary school, and you just got your box, right? Your box of candy. Maybe it was just my school, but like everyone had to like bring candy and like give it, put it in each other's boxes. And on the Fun Dips especially, you could write like notes on them, right? They had like the Valentine's Day heart Fun Dip where you could write a note. I remember I'd always write notes like to my crushes, just saying some stupid shit just so I can get their attention. So and then I always enjoyed getting a Fun Dip. There's a little sugar stick with sugar dust, and the sugar dust was always good. I'd eat it, sure, but I enjoy it. I probably enjoy it way more than Gobstoppers. Yeah. Jawbreaker. Now with the candy name like Jawbreaker, it's doesn't break your jaw, but the name's there for a reason. You're sucking on that pussy for that candy for a long time. A long time. If I'm sucking on it for a long time, maybe, right? I guess I like sucking on it. Olive Garden mints, right? So I like to call them Olive Garden mints because that's where I remember them from. But chocolate with the mint, they melt in your mouth. They're super awesome. Olive Garden gives you if you got a great waiter, they give you like a handful of them at the end. Or if you got like a shitty ass waiter, they'll give you like 2. Right. I could probably slam like a whole bag. And I would say that's next to perfect, right? Slamming a whole bag of these. I would always look forward to them too at Olive Garden, like at the end. We currently got our number one. No one's yet made Supreme come in my pants, right? We're getting there. Now we got Ring Pop, right? Ring Pop's all right. It's candy you put on your finger, right? It's a great joke. It's a phenomenal joke. You put the candy in your you can grab things, you can play ball, you can propose to your elementary crush. It's great. You could do so many things with it. It's a sign of friendship. It's a sign of love. But they are fucking sticky as shit. I was always outside when I had one of these. I was never inside, right? And everyone was like, oh, Ring Pop, right? It was outside. I was either at the pool. I was at the pool a lot when I was young, right? I was either at the pool or like it was in elementary school, right? I never had these after that, right? So, but they do bring up a lot of good memories, and there are a lot of good bits with the Ring Pop, when like a fat person proposes to another fat person. Ring Pop, baby. So I'm gonna throw that pretty high up, just on the I'd eat, sure, because I would enjoy it, and it brings solid memories. Three Musketeers is like one of those chocolates where it's like, yeah, we want to be a part of the cool team, but we want to be different, and so they have like this weird marshmallow, but it's not like good. Like I don't enjoy it, right? Like Peeps is a marshmallow that's like, oh wow, marshmallow, but like Three Musketeers, that's just kind of like chocolate covered marshmallow. It's like a wannabe marshmallow. Like it doesn't give me the marshmallow that I want. It's just there. It's not enjoyable, and probably at the bottom. I never have a Three Musketeer. If I had a bowl of Three Musketeers in front of me, and they're like, "Oh, you want some candy?" I'd be like, "No, I'm not hungry. No, I don't want candy. Fuck you." And you're gonna call that candy, and you're gonna give that to me and offer me it like it's candy? Fuck you. I hate Three Musketeers. Baby Ruth. Yeah, Baby Ruth is just as bad. What the fuck is in a Baby Ruth? it's slightly better because it's got, you know, a little bit of protein, right? And I enjoy nuts. I do. I'm a nut guy. I'll eat your nuts. If you got peanuts or anything, I'll eat them. Chocolate covered nuts, but now you're gonna ruin it. Fuck. Now we got Jolly Ranchers. Again, not chocolate, but it's up there. It's just easy. It's easy. In your mouth, suck on it till it's gone, right? Or Jolly Ranchers are great to put in like lean. I really don't care for Tootsie Rolls. They're not great. They're not great. They're not great. It's all there is to it. They get stuck in your teeth. They're not fun to go down. They're in your teeth all day. Those are like one of the chewiest fake chocolates in the world. The only reason a Tootsie Roll would be good is if you cooked it in something and it melted. That's it. It's the only reason. Now, this is crazy to see. We got the candy bracelets. You had edible drip, right? Honestly, it wasn't bad. This is pretty good. I'd say it's up there with the classic Mems. No, I'd say yeah. Yeah, it's edible drip. Crunch bar, right? Not just crunch, right? Crunch is a whole, like, not just crunch bar, right? Crunch as in the crunch movie theater snack crunch with the little crunch balls, mini crunch bar, crunch ice cream, crunch anything. Crunch is fucking awesome. I love crunch. The mini rice makes me it's insane how much it adds to the chocolate. I genuinely could eat crunch until I'm sick. And I mean that. Like, whether it's the ice cream, the movie theater snack, the bar, doesn't matter. I could eat them until I'm sick. We got our first Supreme come in my pants. It's the Crunch Bar, baby. And I truly enjoyed a crunch every time I saw one. Now let's hop over to Twitch chat. Check out what Tion's saying. And candy cigarettes were like, again, another memorable, very, very memorable, you know, popping a candy cigarette, you're like, wanna hit, wanna toke, wanna drag. You wanna drag? You share them with your friends. Pop open the keg. You feel like you're cool. Carrying them around. Cops are like, what do you got? Whoa, Mr. Officer. It's just candy. Officer's like, they're like the most memorable out of all of these for me. Candy cigarettes, I'd always, yeah, sure, I'll take a pack, you know? And they went down like nothing. They weren't bad. It was just sugar stick. It was awesome. Kit Kat. Boom. Supreme come in my pants. Come on, you can't tell me otherwise. How wafers always should have been. If you've ever had like a wafer, they're like okay by themselves, but they always have like a filling in the middle. Kit Kat basically just takes that wafer and replaces the filling with chocolate, and then they surround it in it, and it's just holy shit. I literally have eaten Kit Kats to where I almost came in my pants or threw up. Halloween, I'd be trading Crunches and Kit Kats for basically everything in this category, except for the candy cigarettes. Smarties. Now, I don't know if you were around for when you could smoke Smarties. When I figured out I could smoke a Smartie, I was like, what the fuck? No fucking way. You can smoke Smarties. Bullshit. And then boom, a cloud. I saw a guy blow an O with a Smartie. You can literally turn them into dust and smoke them without doing anything. Smarties got banned from my, I think, middle school because people were smoking them to be cool. And like one kid like inhaled so much that like it hurt and he had to go to the ER. Smarties were fucking crazy. And they were good. They weren't bad. They were good. Throw down some Smarties, man. Peeps. Come on. You could get sick off like 3 of these though. That was like the only downside. Other than that though, they were like next perfect. You would get them one time a year or maybe 2. And every time they were there, I was like, oh shit, like these are gonna smack. But then you'd have like 2 or 3, and you'd be like, oh, Like, my stomach would hurt bad for the rest of the day. It was worth it. Cookie dough bites, same kind of concept. I'd have like a box and they'd be like great going down, but then after I'd be like, oh, stomach hurt. Personally, the only way I like Starburst, because it's one of those, you chew it and it's like in your teeth forever. The only way I like Starburst is if they've been in my pocket all day. But I've only ever been able to do it like twice, because it's just like I'm never in a scenario where I have a Starburst in my pocket like all day, right? Starburst for me, they're not terrible, but like I enjoy them when they're like hot, like in my pocket, because then they're way easier to chew and go down, and they're way more juicy. But when they're like cold or just room temperature, I should say, they're just not good. Yeah, I'd smack these like right, probably in front of orange slices, because they're good. They're good when they're hot. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups is good. It's good. The small ones are, and that's it. The bunnies suck. The regulars suck. The ice cream's not like great. I mean, it's not terrible. It's fucking ice cream, but I'm never like, yay, Reese's Peanut Butter Cup ice cream. They got one good candy, and it's the mini Reese's Cups. It's the mini ones, the small ones. Those are, oh my god, those are the gems, man. Those fucking smack. Then we got Gushers. Gushers. Gushers aren't. They're gushers, right? They gush. They gush in your mouth. You're enjoying them, but then you're like, your whole mouth is a different color. And when candy makes your mouth a different color, that bothers me. That's a personal thing. I don't like my tongue being blue, my teeth being blue. Again, gotta have everything clean. Fruit gushers are a guilty pleasure of mine, because they are good. They are fun to eat. I'm gonna throw them. I'm gonna throw them pretty high up on the list here, because they smack. I don't choose to have them. Airheads weren't bad. Airheads were like one of those candies you can get at the pool, and like they were 25 cents every time. So it's like you knew you could always get an Airhead if you had like spare change. And they would have like the mini mystery Airhead, which is the one I'd always get because I was my fucking gambler. And I would always like do this, and it would get like really like it would be warm enough to like move into this ball shape, and then I would just suck on it. And then I occasionally chew it, and it would be like, yeah, this is pretty good. So I had like a method with Airheads, and they were cheap as fuck. They're probably like right behind Gushers. Kisses, classic, very recognizable brand. Can I have a kiss? Snickers, oh yeah, Snickers are good. I would say Snickers are close, because Snickers it's just nut and chocolate, right? Do they have a cookie in there too? Oh yeah, well, whoa. Thicker than a Snickers. What the fuck? What is this? Why? What? Jeez. Damn. Yeah, Snickers were good. Yeah, it was like the caramel. It wasn't nut, but it did have nut. It had a bunch. It was thick. Snickers were, yeah, see, it does have nuts. They were, I would say, yeah, Snickers is up there. I love a good Snickers. Like, I have it thicker than a Snickers, man. You're hungry, man. Eat a Snickers. Oh, all right. I'm better now. Twix has been a part of my life for a very long time. A very long time. The perfect combination of cookie, caramel, and chocolate into a portable, easy snack where you can open it up, chomp, 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 chomp. Everything was just perfect. It was perfect. And then Twix split to left and right. And their commercials got way, way worse. But fucking left Twix all the way, man. Hands down, favorite candy. You could see I'm a chocolate guy. I do like chocolate quite a lot. That is my top 5. I'm going to be a little more harder on the chocolate ones just because I love them all. I'd probably move our boys up just because, like, I do get Lifesavers and Sour Patch quite frequently, like at theaters and stuff when I have the chance. I guess the one downside between all these three is that they melt. They melt. If you get hot, they melt, but other than that, they're good. And also, a cold Twix is bad. You have to have a room temperature Twix, which is pretty bizarre. Because if you have a cold Twix, then like the caramel freezes up, and then it's like, oof. But if you have a hot Twix, then it's fucking messy, and then you're like, oh. So you gotta have a room temperature Twix. Fireball, throw it the fuck away. That's cinnamon. It's just eating cinnamon. I've never had Pop Rocks enough to have them, but I feel like when you have them, they're fun. They're just fun. I'd put them up there. Skittles, one of those classic, you kind of melt them to the right. If you have Skittles in your pocket long enough, they're like perfect. They're like Starburst in that case. Except I'll also eat Skittles on like at any time because Skittles are fucking good. So I'll throw them up there. Pretty high up there. You get a big thing of Skittles. You're like, damn, taste the rainbow. Heath bars. What's in them? Oh, yeah. This is like the hard caramel. Oh, yeah, this shit sucked. This shit ain't good. Throw that shit away. Like, I'd rather have an Almond Joy, actually. Because that shit would just in your teeth permanently. Like, you take one bite, you're fucked. All right, I think this is it. This is the list. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the list. This is a good list. I think next to perfect is great because there were, like M&Ms. You get tired of them. I never got tired of any of the top ones. Actually, I would probably say Lifesavers I got tired of, but that's why they're next. They're at the back of the pack there. But Lifesavers are good as fuck. They make up for the, like, I'll get tired, but then like I'll go right back into it. All right, but that is gonna wrap it up for today. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you disagree. Leave a comment. I'll prove it to you that you're wrong, cause I am right. Lived, grown with candy. I have an addiction, so don't at me. If you want me to make another candy tier list, maybe I missed something. Maybe you're like, bro, you missed the best one. Maybe I'll buy them all and try them all. I mean, I can't imagine that being very expensive. But again, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. And as always, peace. And shout out Colin Bryce.